All right. So today on NewbieVeT, we got a special guest. We got Drug Love Dee.
What's up?
I nailed it?
You nailed it.
Fucking right.
Drug Love Dee.
Okay. So how you been, King?
And I'm all right. I'm lovely. I'm very blessed. A lot of people don't like that term, but y'all know what's up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So let's get into it. All right. So you was born in Louisiana and raised in Augusta.
Been back and forth forever.
What part of Louisiana?
Dorita, Louisiana, small ass town. From what I hear, it was in the Guinness Book of World Records at one time for the most churches in the single area, or something like that.
The most churches.
Most churches. And
how many churches was it? You don't know,
bro. I don't know how many it was, but I know growing up down there and even going down there, it's literally like that. Like it's like churches are in competition with each other, like fast food restaurants.
Yeah. Why you think it's so many churches? Like, why do you think people just put so many churches like that?
Because of the state. It is Louisiana, and historically, that's been that state done been through hell.
Right.
Yeah, it's an 85% conviction rate still to this date. Type stuff going on, and it boosts it. All our artists will tell you they struggle come from out of there. I'm blessed. Like I say, I'm raised down there, still got my roots and ties down there, and can slide through almost any city down there, but here is home.
Yeah, okay. All right, so growing up in Augusta, what schools you went to?
Started off at Willis Road, and then I auditioned for Davis, and people didn't know. They ain't know D had a brain on him. See, I had to audition for Davis, and I made it in there. I didn't want to go to that school because it's a magnet school, and I wasn't used to that type of, that atmosphere.
What's a magnet school?
I still don't really know the definition of it, to be honest, but I know it's a smart kid school.
Okay.
So, but, like I said, we had an audition to get in there. I made 2 Fs on the first report card, and they gave me the boot. That's how I knew I wasn't supposed to be there.
Right.
So, and then I went to Murphy for a week. And then my parents split, so I had to go to Langford. I went from Langford there for about 6th or 7th grade, went back to Murphy and finished up over there. Then I went to Josie, and that's when the beginning of Drug Love Dee kind of started.
Okay. So what made you come out with the name Drug Love?
Man, because really, I guess they play on each other. I mean, drugs are what they are. They are drugs. I love drugs, certain kind of drugs. And love is a drug in itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of put together, and I really, people who know me, they know I live by that name. Like, I'm Drug Love Dee. They know I sip,
right.
smoke,
right.
pop. Right. That's it. But all the drugs I really love is the ones that keep you chill and cool in this type, especially in this day and age.
Right.
I don't really want to be up and geeked up and on Miley and all that other shit, just looking crazy and nothing to do. But hey, their teachers on. I don't judge nobody. You do your shit.
Right. Fact. Okay. So what got you into the Augusta music scene? Like, what year it was when you first came onto the scene, to show people that you're doing music, or at least start showing people that you do some form of music.
Shout out to my big brother Blue. That nigga got me plugged with a producer in 2009. I was going through some shit. I ain't had nowhere to stay. And shit, bro, let me come stay with him. And he also, he was doing security. And he also started doing music at home as well. He was already doing the music before I got there, but he didn't know that I had a little talent for it or whatever. And then we started meshing it. Bro, I even went to jail. Let me tell you something. I went to jail in front of the Fox Den store on Riceboro Road, for those who don't know where that's at. In front of churches for pushing my CD out there because Little Caesars had just opened up and it was so much drugs and shit going on in the area. Little Caesars had an undercover narcotics officer working in there or in a uniform like that. Seeing me running back and forth to the cars in front of the Smart Gas store. Thinking I'm selling dope. Caught me when I was getting ready to leave coming out of churches and pulled me over, and I had a warrant on. I had been running for 11 months. So they booked my ass on misdemeanor charge, but yeah, man.
That's a crazy ass coincidence. Like, you out there selling your CDs.
I'm pushing my CDs, man.
Damn.
Yeah,
man. That's like some hustle and flow shit, man.
For real.
That's crazy, man.
For real.
Dang, that's wild, man. So how long you was in there?
Just to finish up my probation term, which was 1 year and a month, but it translated to 7 months because I got a brain. I put that paper on them people. They like put paper on you use that paper back on them. I start writing. Right. Hey, sir, I have a child at home. Can you please get me up out of here as fast as possible? I promise you I'll never do this shit again.
Right.
Know how that shit go.
Exactly. Cause I mean, you gotta know how to talk with some sense and at least some knowledge of the system in order to fight against the system.
Correct.
You can't go in there with that street turn shit because they gonna treat you like an animal.
They gonna treat you just like as such. Whatever you giving, you gonna get it back.
Facts.
You gotta show them you got some type of brand on you in order to get something well.
Right. Exactly.
That thing.
Exactly. All right. So what was like the first mixtape or album that you had produced or that you came out with?
Oh God. It's in 2009. It wasn't mine, but it's a compilation that, like I say, my partner put me on. Jesus Christ.
What artist was out around that time, 2009, that was in the city that you remember?
In the city?
Like Augusta as a whole, what artist was out rapping around that time that was making some noise?
TK and Cash was just about to get popping.
TK and Cash?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2009. Okay.
About around that time, if I'm not mistaken, they was finna get ready to take off. See, I come up on the old Augusta shit, like listening to Pig from OS.
Pig, shout out Pig, Pulling in Green.
Man, Pulling in the Green, yes. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Don't get me wrong, I was just listening to 25 Ambulance the other day.
Yeah.
Good old Dub shit from back in the day. I love my local artists, man. Shit, this shit the truth.
And that was Pig was out around that time too, right?
Pig was out around that time.
Yeah. Okay.
Pig had been going ham since like 06 or something. Like, man, that was my nigga, boy. Hey.
Shout out Pig. Shout out Pig.
Shout out Pig.
So around that time, like what clubs was popping around that time?
Soundtrack. 10 Windows was platinum at this time, I think. 'Cause I've been going to 10 Windows since I was like 14, 13, sneaking in that bitch.
Right.
But I think it was Soundtrack, 10 Windows. Them was the main two for the ratchet shit that we was on at the time. Like,
right.
They were popping, gonna play the type of music that you want to hear. Like, and if I'm not mistaken, Dirty South. It was on Gordon Highway. They changed it to something else now, but I ain't been out in so long.
It was a club called Dirty South?
It was a club called Dirty South. They tore that motherfucker up.
They tore it up.
They tore that bitch up. This the city, man. They tore that bitch up, bro, on everything.
How long it was up?
I want to say about a year, some change, maybe.
Why you think clubs don't last that long? Like black clubs,
Around this area?
Around this area. Your opinion? I
guess it ain't. I don't think it's because you can't get no business. I guess it's how the business is done, and it might not even be. I don't want to just fault the club owners themselves. It might be different rules and regulations, restrictions and shit going on within our city that may need to be pressed and changed too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the people above them. I ain't gonna just totally blame them, but I'm gonna let them take their blame for some shit that probably could have prospered, and if they didn't push it the right way, if they didn't take the effort to push it the way it could have been, then it's their fault too.
Right. But you think as some black folks, you think that we need to start appreciating these establishments more because they are creating, a place for us to come out and chill, relax, feel comfortable.
They really are.
Yeah.
And we really do need to appreciate that. I mean, we really do need to take all our little grievances from home and leave it at home when you go out anywhere and conduct yourself accordingly. If you want some shit done, you know what I'm saying? Don't go out there with that animalistic ass mentality of, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna until it's time for that. See, I want them to feel that side too. It's a certain time. I got this thing where I tell people, you choose times where you either think with your mind or you think with your heart. And I'm going to break that down to you. It's certain times when if you think with your mind, you thinking rationally and intelligently on some shit. And it's probably the best choice versus some shit that you think with your heart. Now you feel you in quarrel, you qualmed about it. You pulled, you're thinking too much on the situation where you should have thought about it with your mind and got it done out the way. Now you stutter stepping with your heart and you don't know what you want to do and it could fuck you over in the end. See, it's all about the balance. You get your mind and your heart aligned and you on some real shit. Now you're thinking correctly. It's probably deeply right. And you still could be wrong in the end, but you're not going to feel bad when you're wrong in the end because you feel, you know what I'm saying? It was a full decision that you're okay with making. I'm willing to live and die with that.
Right.
That's just my concept on living in life. You think with your mind, you think with your heart. You choose what you're going to do. You choose when the right time to do the shit too.
Right. You think we think as black people, we also need to research more? Like, instead of, like, listening to... Because a lot of black-on-black crime, some of it comes from he say, she say, which cause miscommunication, which cause drama, which cause problems. And with us, we handle our frustrations a lot different. We get, so majority of us get more violent, in a sense.
I think it's a lot of things it's a lot of sayings that we live by. And I guess I've been watching a lot of videos lately, and they've been really funny videos, but I've been taking certain lessons from them. Like that little saying when people will hit you with the right or wrong, I'm a ride or die for my nigga. For real, right or wrong, you don't need to ride or die for no nigga. You need to ride for yourself. You need to get yourself right before you ride for another nigga wrong. That just don't make sense.
Right.
I'm not doing that no more. That shit's stupid.
Right, that is stupid.
I'm just gonna tell you really, that's stupid. Like, think for yourself.
Right.
Think for yourself. It's too. I love my family. I love everybody to death, but they already know, nigga. I gotta do me before I do anybody else. If I don't have me and check out, the hell I'm gonna help you.
Right.
You can't help me once. If I fall off right now, how you gonna help me? I need to help you be in a position to where we both, if one of us mess up, then you know what I'm saying, we got each other back.
Right.
Like unity is what unity has been. It's been preached to us over and over and over. It's just on us to actually listen and follow up with it and take that. Yeah, man. Like
exactly. And leadership, it starts from home. When you're growing up, our parents is supposed to teach us or put us on a path where we can become leaders ourselves, or put us in a path where we don't have to work as hard to be successful and stuff. Which, a lot of our parents go through hard times, which causes the kids, the next generation, to go through those same hard times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are some things that, as parents, you feel like we can change to, to try to better our generations up, where they don't have to go through this much poverty and
pass on as much knowledge of whatever. Everybody done made mistakes.
Right.
Nobody is perfect.
Right.
I mean, I know it may hurt to be as personal as you got to be sometimes with some of the things that you don't want your children to know about you. Sometimes you got to go and expose that card at a certain time. You choose when it's time to do it, but either you gonna do it or they gonna go see it.
Right.
And what do you really prefer? Wouldn't you prefer to walk with your child through all the scary shit they got to go through as much of it as you can versus them going through it alone? And basically that's preparing them for the real world. Don't stop sheltering them to a certain T.
Right. I notice what also a lot of parents doing now lately with their kids. Well, a lot of parents, let me ask you, do you feel like it's cool for a parent to do, to experiment with a child? Like, for instance, what I mean, like, say like if a child wants to drink, and they're at a reasonable age where you feel like, okay, they're responsible enough to drink, as long as they're around me. You feel like it's okay for a parent to let them drink, at a reasonable age where they where they're responsible enough, or you feel like you need to put that restriction on them until they feel like they're old enough where they can buy their own drink?
That's when it comes to understanding your child. And we just had a talk like this not too long ago. You can see who your child is. You can pretty much see who your child or anybody's child, what they're going to be and who they're going to be starting from a young age.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The demeanor shows.
Right.
whether the child can't hide who they are. There's so much truth in them. It's just oozing out of them.
Right.
And my belief, they just came from somewhere where we don't know nothing about. With a bunch of knowledge, they just can't expel it out to where we can understand it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They show you that shit, which is hints where people always hit you with, this child done been here before.
Right.
Because they do know some shit.
Right.
So you know your child, and then you go from there. Like, it sounds crazy, but to each his own. There's some children out here that can take smoking weed early as hell, earlier than a lot of grown folk can, because they don't wild out.
Right.
They actually chill zone and do what they need to do, but you're not ready to hear. Everybody not ready to hear that conversation. This 13-year-old really been smoking, but they mind they business, keep to themselves. They don't do no wrong. They get straight A's, whatever. They ain't trying to hit it. The only thing they know is a 13-year-old smoking. But on the backside of that, motherfuckers will send your ass to the military before you able to drink. Before you can buy cigarettes. You can go die for the country right now, but you can't have no drink and smoke no cigarette to cool your nerves while you out there and killing niggas too. Shit fucked up,
right? That shit crazy.
Yeah. I'm always in thought with it, brother. I'm always in emotion. That's what everybody need to be at. Don't never stop thinking. Right. I know the self-conscious get on your nerves sometimes. Sometimes he interrupt me even while I'm praying. I might be praying and my self-conscious will come say something about some Jordans or some crazy shit. Believe it or not. That's the real deal. But, hey, everybody be real with yourself. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So, you have bad history with studios. Mm-hmm. Explain why. Why is that? Why you have a history, with studios,
Shout out to my boy Rico. Wells. I love you, boy. That nigga, it was just, I guess, timing, timing. When I had the money to go to studios, no studios was available, or I didn't have the sources. And when I had not had the money to go to studios, it was studio sources available, but it just wasn't top notch to where I could actually get some traction on what we was doing, or I never got to get no songs mastered, finished, none of that. No press, no get to push no singles like that. But all my people hear my shit and they like my shit. The personal people who hear me, my friends and shit, friends and family. But like I said, getting ready, and then 2018 hit, my partner studio burned the fuck down. and with all his shit in there, it was a sad situation. And
what was your thought process when he gave you that? When he called you that day, when you got the news about everything? What was your thought process?
For one, it's scary. Him and my mama stayed in the same neighborhood. It's not too far down from each other. Right. So, and two, is your family okay? First, is your family okay, really? I know, because I know my mama and them, they should be all right, but I'm just making, because it ain't no mass shit, but is y'all okay? Right. Then two, damn, I know the studio shit ain't okay. Right. So he lost everything. Lost it all. Damn, man. I'm talking about me and this dude came from the dirt. We come from 2014, 2015, when I really started getting back heavy into music and experimenting. I was experimenting with 3 Android phones and a sound system in the house. I have one Android playing the beat through the sound system, one Android recording my voice with the voice recorder, one Android I'm reading my lyrics off of as I rap that bitch, with the one set up like a microphone. I promise you, I was able to get that. I went from that, fast forward to about a year later, me and my partner sweating it out. Shout out to 42 Watt, he know who it is. We was goddamn sweating it out, sweating our ass off in his charger making music, in his charger using the bass in the goddamn charger with 3 Android phones set up, fucking with the levels in the charger to goddamn and playing instrumentals through his shit, projecting our voice in that bitch. And it was nice because basically it was like a closed off soundproof environment.
Shit is crazy, man.
Man, we sweating that bitch for hours, bro.
That's some Dexter's Laboratory shit,
man. We made shit niggas like, I'm talking about.
With 3 Androids.
Man, with 3 fucking Androids.
Man, that's crazy, man. Just the idea, because I used to do something like that, but not with the phones. I never did nothing with the phones. I did it with I used to do it with 2 stereos. 2 stereos.
Like I said, I had the 2 houses, the house system.
You had a tape thing. You put one tape in there, have it playing out the speakers. Then I had a mic, but then I had another stereo recording. But you couldn't fuck up. You couldn't fuck up. You had to make sure you say all your shit, and then how you dub it, you gotta put that tape there and then put it over there. That shit crazy, man. That's wild, man.
Even had the ad libs and all, brother. Made a way to even go over.
Did the ad lib?
Yeah. Damn. Man, yeah. I found a way, and then I take it to 2 steps further. Hell, I started shooting my own videos off the phone with Viva Video back in the day. And that's I rekindled before this Thriller, before this TikTok, all that shit. See, I rekindled my dude who his studio burnt down. See, I rekindled his love for music again. He said, he'll tell you right now to this day, he said, when I seen you over there really shooting these videos off this phone and shit, my nigga, I went ham. And he did. He started ordering all the studio equipment.
He got back straight.
Before this shit happened, he got the mics, laptops, all that.
Yeah, man. That was up, man. I might have to do an interview with him. What's his name?
Rico.
Okay. I'm gonna have to bring him on a chair, man.
Yeah, man. You gotta talk to my boy.
Okay. How long he been doing it?
Rico been doing this shit way longer than me, but I don't know the exact number, but he can give you one.
He doing it for a while. Mm-hmm. Okay, man. That's some smart shit, man. That's the creativity that you can tell when somebody grew up with imagination. you know, they have imagination and they're very open-minded.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, a lot of people wouldn't think to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or even take out the time to even use the time to like that. So that's some smart shit, man.
Made the videos to go with the songs.
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, I was putting in some work.
Yeah.
Back then, when I had put a couple of them on Facebook or whatnot, leave them on there long enough to get no traction. You know, as time came on, Facebook made it easier to promote that type of stuff, and I just wasn't acclimated at the time to keep going with it. I give you this little Easter egg. I rapped on the Cut It beat before OT Genesis. I found that bitch on YouTube first. It just ain't getting no traction.
I noticed that a lot of even with the Trap Queen song. Somebody I recorded a group video a year before that song came.
Before the song came out.
I shot that video with that same beat, and then a year later, Trap Queen, Freddie Wap. I said, "Wow,
that's crazy.
That's crazy."
And that shit actually not happened to me one time, but it happened to me 2 times. Kevin Gates got a song called Hands, and I know where he got the beat from because I had the beat first. It's crazy, but hey, he might have had it first. Shout out to Gates.
Yeah.
Do your shit.
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to that, man, a lot of people don't be understanding, like, stuff like that can actually happen.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they'll look at you like, okay, well, you ain't Kevin Gates. You know, we see Kevin Gates on concert.
And I didn't invest into, and then that's when I get older, and that was younger me. So I got older, you gotta understand, nigga, that was a free beat.
Right.
Thousands and hundreds of thousands of people got this same beat right now, fucking it up, and fucking it up for the best, in the best way, but... This is when you start getting old. You got, all right, it's time to invest into a quality beat that's specifically tailor-made for me.
Right, exactly. Because I have a lot of artists that come to the studio record, and they'll have it to get me to download a beat, and the beat have 4 million views. There's no possible way you're going to own this beat.
Woo, Jesus. This is just for local traction. That's what I started looking at it. I promise you. Like, it's
so
like
what's the difference between that? Like, local traction and going nationwide?
Nationwide, originality. A nationwide, unless you already big, like Wayne Big, he can snatch the Roddy Ricch, the box. He can snatch the box beat right now, and we ain't even heard him on it, but I bet you everybody gonna fuck with it if he do it.
Right. Question. Coming up, you know how technology's grown since before internet was popping to now why it's popping. So, far as kids, you got any kids?
I do.
How many kids?
One child.
One child. Okay. So, we got this conversation.
14.
14.
I'd have been through it. What's up?
Okay. All right. So, do you feel like, far as technology, you think like the gifts now are a lot more expensive that the kids are asking for?
And it depends on your kid.
Compared to like us growing up.
Yeah, most definitely.
You feel like the cost done went up on a lot of things?
Because, first of all, it's a big-ass gap between 0 to 5 years old. Because now, between 0 and 5, none of us were in here smart enough to ask for a friggin' pad, a phone, none of that. Right. I still wanted Power Ranger toys at 5. So I was good. I ain't want no clothes. Give me some toys. It was what it was. These kids do not appreciate... Now the scary thing is that they are starting back to appreciate clothes quicker than we are, but it's the brand of clothes they want. They don't want that cheap shit no more. They want all the designer shit. Exactly. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
They don't even know who made it, created it.
No.
Nothing.
They don't care. I just know how it look and I want that. Or my daddy had it on. I want that.
Right.
He want that.
Right. And see, that's the power of being influenced, because they look up to their, rappers. They look up to athletes. They look up to TV stars, entertainers. Anybody that's in entertainment that has a brand or that's on TV or something, they admire that, and they try to mimic and mirror that.
Right.
So, you think a person needs to be mindful when they speak certain things on social media due to the power of the tongue?
First of all, the internet is still undefeated. That phrase is strong.
That's true.
They ain't gonna never let you forget.
That's true.
And yes, you need to be very mindful of your tongue on social media and what you say. That's one of the reasons I got off of Facebook. Because here goes some people I ain't finna like. You finna like this though.
Okay.
Check this out. If you get mad at the people that you see on Facebook, your friends, if you get mad at other people's posts, you can't get too mad at them. You got to get mad at yourself first. Cause either you allowed them to be your friend, or you became their friend on your own. You have the power to let them go too. Right. You don't have to see this shit. It don't have to stress you out. You don't have to see nothing stressful if you don't want to see it. Get the fuck off the phone. Get the fuck off the tablet.
Right.
Log the fuck out.
Right.
Don't let that shit, that piece of technology should not make your body physically feel stressed.
Right.
It should not let you mentally feel stressed. It should not let you emotionally feel stressed.
Right.
But it do.
Right.
So that's why I say people do need to be mindful of their shit, because they just saying shit out there and not knowing how deeply people really take that shit.
Right, exactly. And because popularity is a drug that people try to, a lot of people get hipped on it and get, some overdose on it. So with that popularity, and basically social media, everybody's on, basically social media created just for popularity, in a sense. Mm-hmm. It wasn't designed for that in the beginning. It was designed for you to keep in contact with people.
And meet new people.
Meet new people. But I think we changed it into something else. So it's more of a, if you ain't popping or if you ain't got these many numbers, you ain't nobody.
Like I told somebody before, for the females, if you ain't the females, you gonna get. If you're a female with a quote unquote a savory shape, the shape that everybody wants, that video vixen shape shit. Say some real shit on social media before posting your body and see what get the most likes in this day and age. It's fucked up. You post your ass and titties all day, ain't nobody, you gonna get 1 million likes on it, but say some real shit and you gonna get about like 10 likes per such and such.
Yeah. And
that's just like, even with me, I see y'all niggas out there watching all my little videos and shit on Instagram. I see it. And I do all my little shit on there, me having fun and shit. But I have about 3 likes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I say some real shit.
Right.
I may get a couple likes every now and then, but they want to see you doing some shit that Taboo, they really want to see Taboo, which is why the video vixens is winning this year. Right. Video vixens, porn stars, all that shit. And that shit is scary. That's why I'm glad I didn't have no little girl. But I got 1 million nieces. A lot of my 42 brothers got girls and shit. We got to beat a lot of niggas up behind them. But it's scary this day and age, because the video vixens and shit with all that OnlyFans and all that shit, I ain't knocking them. Y'all get your money how you get it. But I just wish that it was a better way that, like, I mean, once you get it, once you acquire it, are you really going to pass that on to your daughter? Like, hey, baby, this how I got my money right here. You want to join? You want to get in on this?
Right.
This is the family business?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
But you have some black people that encourage women to do that. Like on the strength of, you ain't gotta sleep with them, girl. You just show titty. And they do it. And, people pay $25 a month. Or more.
Yeah.
Which, but that's still, but I feel like, my opinion on it, I feel like that's still a gateway into doing porn.
It is.
If you type in, Pornhub, if you watch Pornhub or whatever, they got Pornhub community. Mm-hmm. Which means that anybody from the community...
Porn to develop so much, it's so crazy.
Right. They can upload home video. Mm-hmm. A lot of women don't even do nothing on their video. They just twerk. And still getting paid. Mm-hmm. By the views. So I just feel like OnlyFans is just another app or another site for semi-porn. Or some porn, because a lot of people be having sex in there.
They like to play with, basically the women who really finessing right now, they think that the ones that think they got it the best is the ones that are not having sex on OnlyFans, but just showing their body and using toys.
Right.
But to me, that's easy. You can easily slide into going from a toy to a real thing.
Right. And you still and men still watch that to get off.
They get it.
You got men that like they gotta say, men and women, we all have weird fetishes.
Right.
Some men like feet. Like they can just go off on a woman's feet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nails, eyes, teeth, mouth.
And you know what? When I think about it, it's fucked up, but that's what they really paying for. Them people really blessed that these niggas is spending their money on their fetish because there's so much free porn out here, so many sites they could just go straight get off on and watch it. I ain't not pay.
And you can type in a woman that you want to find.
You can get directly to what you want to do. You ain't got to. I ain't going through this shit.
You know what I'm saying? So, which is true, man. But that is also, you know, this is also if you got somebody on social media that you've been following, and you be like, oh man,
that's where the fantasy comes into their head, right? They're like, I can have this is who I want.
Right. So,
I want her.
You say, I can see her elbow for $25, bro. You say, right.
But you know what? The roadmap to this shit been mapped out with shit like Ray J and Kim K back in the day.
Yeah, that tape was boring as hell.
It really was.
Yeah,
but
it was boring as hell.
The R. Kelly sex tape, cause nigga, I remember when R. Kelly sex tape came out. If you niggas don't remember, if you from Augusta, nigga, back in the day when they was goddamn when everybody had their name on the back of the belt, that shit was popping from the flea market and shit like that. Right around that time, nigga, guess what I seen when I was a kid, you niggas? I was coming across one of them outside tables, nigga. They was selling the R. Kelly sex tape, cause my daddy got one with his dumb ass for $25, nigga. I seen this shit, nigga. I know I wasn't crazy, and I was young.
Yeah, I was young too.
I was young, so. Yeah. Shit like that, but that's that, and then you got Nico and Mimi with they fake ass. Oh, he lost the tape, bitch. You put that tape out there. Stop playing with us. You wanted everybody to, and then everybody starting to follow suit right behind that. They following suit behind that.
Black China. Yeah.
And it's accident.
Yeah, all these be accidents. Oh, they got hacked.
Mm-hmm.
The hack trick. The hack trick.
Not everybody Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah, the hack. So, man, presidential election coming up soon.
Why you had to do this to me? I ain't think you was paying that shit no attention. I would be the nigga you want to ask about that
presidential election coming up soon. Biden and Trump.
Don't forget Kanye. This nigga is 2% in the national polls right now. Go look it up.
I am not voting for no damn Kanye. I ain't voting for no damn nobody.
I don't want. All right, sorry. Let's go back one. Before I answer that, let's go back the last one. The last one was one of the few times in my 31 years of living that I really, really came to the terms with. I was like, I don't really like nobody. I don't want. Now, first of all, if you don't remember, they just play. It was too many jokes going on. Do you remember the nigga named D's Nuts that had ran for president in 2017? You don't remember that?
His name D's Nuts.
He put that under his name to run as. It's a joke, but it wasn't no joke.
Yeah.
Like he really was getting people voting for him.
He was a Republican, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, people voting for him. I don't like that. I don't like them games. For the simple fact that y'all even allowed that shit to go through is a mockery to me.
It's a mockery.
Yeah, and I'm not finna let. Right. Like I told somebody, I said, Kanye can't even run his own household. How the fuck am I gonna let you be the president for me? You're not. It's like, I'm just sorry. It's not good for me. Right. Joe is Joe. Trump is Trump. Right. I don't really want no president. I don't want now one of them niggas to be president. If that's the case,
exactly.
I'm good.
And then the black people that we had running for president. You remember Jesse Jackson tried. He tried. Herman Cain. Remember Herman Cain? Herman
Cain was older than the motherfucker.
Herman Cain, this guy was over Godfather's Pizza. He was the owner of Godfather's Pizza. Mm-hmm. Have you ever ate Godfather's Pizza?
I have not.
I don't even know what fucking Godfather's Pizza is.
Exactly.
So it was like, and then he dropped out because he had a lot of sexual
allegations.
Yeah, allegations. Rape charges and stuff. And he had a widow for like 15 years. Like, he had a mistress for 15 years on his wife.
And this is who we gonna glorify these people. I don't know why these people getting attention. I don't know why that's so. Why I don't know. I don't know. But that's the light right there that makes me not want to even play that game with them.
Right.
I'm not playing the voting game. To be honest, I guess they do influence the shit that goes on in the country. But as far as in my day to day that's been going on, nigga. According to today's living, about half my life done went by now. And I don't remember them helping me do shit yet.
Right, exactly.
That nigga gave everybody $1,200 for 3 months to live off of and said, run it. Trump.
Right.
So this is the president. This the same nigga. Hold on, let's get into some real shit.
Okay.
The same nigga that couldn't. He showed you who he was, so it's no surprise that he can't deal with natural disasters, whether it be economic crash or geographic disasters, all that shit. Do you remember the fires in California, the wildfires, some couple years back? He couldn't deal with that. He didn't know how to deal with that. You remember the water had went bad in Flint, Michigan, some shit up there? He didn't know how to deal with that. Remember Hawaii had the volcano that was taking over the islands? All right, he didn't know how to deal with that. All this is under his shit.
Right. Under his term.
Under his term.
Yeah.
Then you got coronavirus. Then you got
you got the police brutality.
The police brutality. Then you had the hacking of the email, the cyber hacking shit that was going on in 2017-18.
Killer bees. It's been an ass of shit under his term. I noticed a lot of fucked up shit.
A fucking sandstorm just came from the Sahara.
A sand fucking storm. I seen it. It look like a tornado, but made of sand.
Over the Atlantic Ocean.
Over the ocean. How the fuck is that possible?
How the fuck is it possible?
That's too much water.
You remember the walking shark? Alright, that's enough. Nigga, they got sharks that walk now, or some shit.
A walking fucking shark?
A squirrel with bubonic plague. A squirrel with bubonic plague has just been found. Why are they out there testing squirrels? I don't fucking know. They just found one with bubonic plague. And that was days after they found the walking shark, the shark that can walk on land for a little while.
So the shark can just walk through the
shit. The thing is a game. It's all fun and cute at the beach until this nigga get on that goddamn beach and you can't get away and it ain't no dog and his jaws and you on your ass. It ain't no game.
So he can just survive out where he just get a tan out there?
Bruh, that shit scary, ain't it?
That's crazy.
I'm a barbecue one that he played with. I'm just saying. I'm just saying though.
Barbecue shark out there, man.
Barbecue shark.
That is crazy, man.
But in a serious note, that's wild though. He showed you that nigga. It's not that why it's not surprising to me. The more he fucks up. Oh, he was the pussy snatcher too.
Oh yeah, he was grabbing pussy.
He was grabbing coochie too.
Yeah,
and then your stepdaughter disowned you.
Right.
Your wife disowned you on the sleep. You went bankrupt. Then you let Kanye come in the White House and show his ass.
You got slammed in the wrestling.
You got slammed in the wrestling.
Yeah,
it was the haircut match.
Yeah.
I'm old, bro. I remember all that. It was either him or Vince McMahon. Whoever lost had to shave their head. I'm not voting for y'all. Voted for that dumbass nigga. This is why. You see what I'm saying? This is why right here.
Then he had the dumbass show with the Apprentice.
The Apprentice. The fucking Apprentice. It's a game. Like I told somebody, he was Ronald Reagan over again because Ronald Reagan was an actor before he was the fucking president.
Right.
And Nixon again. All three of these niggas was the worst. They were horrible.
Right.
To me, my opinion though.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. So, man, all right. Before we slide off on NewbieVeT, my man, is there any love you want to shout out?
42 World, of course. Cold World, of course. Yolo Mills, my boy. Shay Too Hot, keep doing your thing. Cam Got Boys, y'all still going in. At the Pop Music, period. I fuck with y'all. Rico Wells is my boy. Blue, you know how we coming later on. Black and Blue mixtape gonna come soon. We gonna put that shit together. 42 WAP, that's my boy. When you in this bitch. Son, I love you. You gonna see this shit I told you was going up soon. Shout out to all the legends that came in this chair before me and after. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah.
How can they find you on social media?
You can find your boy at Drug Love Dee on Instagram. That's my main handle right now. That's where I do my business at. That's where I'm at all the time. Come fuck with your boy.